So this is the little edited road. So let's give you a quick crash course on what makes roads. A road is a decal, several decals, and a terrain paint. Rather than try to move all these, I'll just delete them. As you can see, as I'm deleting them, you can see which decal makes what, and particularly. Now, terrain paints, like asphalt, rather than explain why, let me just tell you how to get around the problem. The problem being you want to paint, say, sand where asphalt is, but it's still the color of asphalt, or you want to paint dirt where asphalt is and it's the color of dirt. Same thing with asphalt. If you paint asphalt where there's no asphalt, it'll be the color of dirt. Unless you did like me and you changed it so that you can paint it wherever you want to paint it. So to fix it, go to your terrain material library. It's usually in the terrain painter. Down at the bottom you'll see it. I just have mine anchored in there so it's always in the same place. So whatever your base texture size is, what I did is I got a material from the install folder, which this is the macro that they use for the asphalt. I'm using it as a base map. I just had to scale it to 2048 by 2048 so that in the ground models, in base color, instead of it using this for the base color, this is why it only paints certain colors in certain places. So rather than use that, I just stuck that in there. Just remember, whatever your base texture size is, that's what you got to use if you're gonna do this. Some maps are 4K, some are 1K, some are 2K. I'll just share with you all this one, which is 2K. Once you add it and you save changes, then you'll see that, yeah, you can paint wherever you want with it. So if you want to make the road go over there, for example, maybe you want it to cut across here. So what I'll do is the flatten tool, select it first, and then select set height, and then select terrain height picker in that order. And when you select an area, then everything will be that height. Normally, if you select flatten, it'll average the distance between the lowest point and the highest point. It's an average. So, that would work, but it don't work. So it's easier to just set height, pick a height that you want, and just use that height. And you can smooth it out a bit. Now the decals that make this stuff up, like I showed you a minute ago, I deleted the white line one, but we'll take this one for example. In the inspector for the decal, or as some of you call them, decals, with the decal selected up here in the inspector, if you move this down, you'll see split road. You can split the decal in two halves like this, and then just hold down the Alt key to make it continue on wherever you want it to go. This number here is how much it fades at the end or the beginning. For example, this one here, if I were to put 0, then it would be an abrupt end. It wouldn't blend at all. So that's what that does. Now I'm not going to try to make this pretty, because it's not going to be. It's kind of just a rush job to show you how you could put your own road here using this method. Damn it. Sometimes it's not good to have too many vertices, because it just, sometimes less is more is all I'm saying. Alright, let's terrain paint with the new asphalt. Now I don't like to have to try to get so precise, so what I'll do is like these here, I'll make them wider, so I got a little more blending room. And you'll see what I mean. This is like a gradient, and it's so that you can have the dirt pretty much as close as, you don't want it here obviously, but you want it pretty close so that the decal will do its job and blend. But if the decal is too narrow and the terrain cubes are too big, well, you know, it will only make them whatever size the terrain is. So you can only get so small. If you want to get smaller, then you got to change the terrain block size. But if you do it after a map's made, it's just going to mess the whole map up. I mean, there's a way to do it, but it's a pain. It's a pain in the behind, but it can be done. It'll double the poly count, or triple, depending on how smaller you make it. But we're not doing that, so I don't have to explain it. We're not doing that method. Now that's a decal from the dirt road. We don't want that on there. Yeah, we can do a little better than that. See what I mean? It's just easier to have them a little wider. If you want to add a node, if you're in between, hold Alt down and you can insert a new node if you need to, or you can delete a node if you need to. Now this is a terrain, this is a forest item, this boulder here. Most everything in here is being used as forest brushes, so for something like this you have to select it with this in the forest tool, and you can move and rotate and reposition stuff. Now I'm not moving these all the way down this thing, but you get the idea. It's not too hard to do. You also can multiple select. But that can be a pain in the rear to try to do. If you take the time to grab the stuff, you can mask, copy, and paste. Alright. Damn, I got rid of all the white lines. I thought, oops. Alright, I want to use that decal, so I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate it. I have it blend a little better. This is one of the times that this can happen when you have your decal selected, your editor selected, you have a decal selected, but yet you don't see anything over here for whatever reason. You can just unselect it and reselect it, and now you see all the stuff is over here that's supposed to be over here. So this blending is what I wanted to have it blend a little more. I need to split that one. Now this is just cosmetic. You don't have to use all these, but they do make it look better. The terrain paint by itself isn't quite enough to really sell the look. Also, you have decals have render priority. The lower the number, the higher it is up the ladder. Like number 1 would have the highest priority. And so like that's a number 11. If you had a problem where one of them was not on top of the other one for whatever reason, you can make the number lower depending on which one you want on top of which one. But this isn't really an example of one of the times where you would really need to use that. So let's get us a white line in here. And it can also be frustrating if you are making a decal and the decal's under other decals and you got to select it. It's better to just select it over there in the scene tree and make life a lot easier for you. Alright, let's make all these Control A, just one wide. And let's blend. And this will be white line. Line white. No, broken line. I know there's got to be one in there now. Where's it at? I don't see it. I'm not going to spend all day looking for it either. So you can just pretend that it is a dashed line. Yeah, now I don't know where it's at. It may be called something else. That's probably that's why I was looking for the other one. I said, damn, I didn't mean to delete both of them, because I thought there was another. But yeah, we can always do this and find another one somewhere else. Maybe it wasn't white. Maybe the damn things were yellow. I wasn't paying attention. I don't think you would know either, unless man, I don't know what the hell they were. I thought they were white. Apparently not. They were yellow. I thought it was I got a bad memory. They are yellow. White was the one that's on one side and yellow was on the other. could spend all day and keep on adding things and making it look better and all that, but I think you get the idea, the basic idea of it all. Now AI roads, that's different. If you want this to work as an AI road, you need to put a decal like this, for example. Depending on if you want 2 lanes or 3 lanes or whatever you're doing. See, we can tell that to be the AI road by saying it is drivability, not -1 but 1. Right lane, left lane, 1 and 1. Now, assuming there's already an AI road on here, now if you don't want the AI to drive on the side of the road, then adjust the width accordingly. Like here, for example. But this should already have AI road on it. I'm just saying, if you want this to be AI, then do that with the drivability. Change the texture to invisible, road invisible, and then save level. You have to reload it for the AI to start to take effect on that new road. They won't spawn now. You have to reload. There may be a shortcut like Control L to reload the Lua. That might reset it. I don't know. I've just always had to reload the level, so that's what I do. Yeah, I think when that guy there that works for the DOT, when he gets to work, they gonna send him and take a drug test today. Them damn lines are all messed up, ain't they? Like I said, I'm not gonna make this pretty. I'm just showing you how to do it. You can spend more time making it look good. But you can get caught up in this stuff, and you end up spending all day on it. Oh yeah, the AI. It's just, it bothers me knowing the damn thing ain't. It's annoying, man. It's like an OCD thing. If you know something's wrong, then it just sitting there annoying me. 'Cause I know it's not right. But that's all. That's all I'm gonna do, folks. I know that looks bad. Like I said, when that guy gets to work today, they're gonna send him off for a drug test, I'm sure. I don't know why they didn't spawn here. They should have. Wait a minute. My AI road's not here for some reason. I mean, I know it's invisible, but it still should be here. I must have not saved it. Yeah, it did. It's right there. It is there. Drivability 1. So they wouldn't follow the road if there wasn't a road there, is what I'm saying. Maybe they didn't spawn there when traffic spawned, but the point is, they'll drive on it. Maybe they'll spawn on it. It just depends on, I don't know what the hell it depends on. Sometimes they don't spawn where you think they're going to spawn. See? I guess they spawn in the vicinity of where your vehicle is. Oh, that guy, he just went over to the side, didn't he? So I think that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, you could spend a long time playing with this thing and do all kinds of things with it. This is what I was fooling around with earlier. See, I knew there was a dashed white line. But yeah, that was another video. I didn't post that one. Just said, nah, let me go down here and do it. Oh, maybe you do want some of this to be dirt. I can understand that too. So let me show you that. Terrain tools, terrain painter. Let's see, dirt, loose, dusty. So we need to change that. So the easiest thing to do is image size 2048 by 2048. And the level, Utah terrain paints. serves him right. Trying to drive where I'm working. What do you expect gonna happen? Oh, thing you can use a mesh road like for stuff like this. I don't drive on mesh roads. I just use them for shaping the terrain. I'd rather just make whatever it is I'm making in Blender and actually make it in here. But you can do this if you want to save time. Line up mesh. That'll bring the terrain up to whatever mesh is there. I can make this invisible so you can see better what it's actually looking like. Underneath it. See, if the mesh road was down there, for example, well, however it was a minute ago, before I decided to make it jump. So you line up the mesh. Then you're done with the mesh road. You can just delete it. It's also a bug where you made that one wide, but for whatever reason they all are not being. And then you just select them all with Control A, and actually, you know what? Let's pick the ones that are giving us the problem. Yeah, just do it like that. It's the easiest way to. Sometimes they don't want to adjust for whatever reason. I'll be there all day trying to nitpick that. That's better just stop.